Mr. Wale Oyekoya joins us now. He's a farmer, but he was also former chairman, agriculture and non-oil group with the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Sulaiman.
I see a lot of people tweeting, asking, what about rice? I mean, what happened to the previous program we had before? Because the CBN governor talking about the fact that, look, the demand for forex, particularly geared towards rice, I think he said it was about, what, $14 billion is huge on our forex in this country. What do you think is going on with that industry?
Well, I could say just a misplace of priority in terms from our government side. Rice is a staple food in Nigeria. There's no doubt about it. And there was a point that we are spending $1 billion every day importing rice into this country. I remember the last regime. I remember in this channel also we are talking about how we can sustain food security in this country. We just have leaders that doesn't listen to the stakeholders in all this aspect. We have no business.
Why do you say so?
What I said is so is that when you give them an advice, see the problem we keep on having, we don't have people-oriented policy. We have policy that is designed for the people on top, but they are forgotten that whatever the policy they have on top is still coming down to the masses. You understand? So what I mean by this is that most farmers have been really shortchanged. Most of these policies are not really meant for the real farmers like myself, in the sense that most of these policies are always not implementable, not sustainable, and not ideal.
Like which one?
Like most of these interventions they are talking about. Intervention means helping people, but it's not really helping the people that really need this money. That's why I keep on saying that we have political farmers instead of real farmers.
Okay, let's go a little further.
Yes.
Last time out, the former Minister of Agric did a lot particularly for rice, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, to the extent that the current minister, they said, yes, they identify some of those and they intend to build on some of them as well as chart new courses as well. So what happens to all that we spent before? Why are people still demanding huge amount of forex to import rice?
I will go back to my point. We don't have people-oriented policy. I remember the former minister, he tried his little bit, but when you have a policy that you cannot sustain, that you don't follow up, then some people will hijack the policy. I remember that time, there was a time about $3 billion. $3 billion. Around that time, they were changing money to 150 naira to $1. It was about 450 billion naira that was given to Nigeria agricultural sector to develop rice by the USAID. What happened? They went to go and buy equipment that were not really in use in Nigeria so today. They are really underutilized because each meal cost about $10 million. I remember that time. So most of this money went to a wrong place. I advised the federal government then that why can't we spend half of this money to help the farmers? That way there'll be raw materials. There's no raw materials. You went to go and buy some of these high quality equipment that is, as of today, they are being underutilized. Around that time, they wanted to give each state 2 of these rice milling equipments. But look at it today. Maybe about 5 or 10 are functional out of the 100. So the point I'm trying to derive, the man really tried his possible best, but at the same time, you wanted to encourage local content for farmers to grow rice. But at the same time, you are giving waivers to some of these high caliber people. So definitely it's going to kill the local contents. Because if you give me about 10 billion naira or $10 billion, why do I have to go and planting when I can use the money go and import some of this rice to flood the market? That way the local farmer will not be able to compete with all this foreign.
That's on the one hand. When you say they should have used the money to help farmers,
yes,
in what way specifically apart from the waiver?
Maybe like providing seeds, improved seeds, modern tools. We're still using the old ways of doing farming. That is why you are not finding youths in this sector. You don't blame the youths because the environment is not conducive enough for them. And I keep on telling people that agriculture is very wide, depending on whom you are talking to. But if they have a stakeholder of real farmers, we will not be having this problem. Because some people can go into the farm and tilling the ground. Some people can go into harvesting. Some people can go into production, which is the value chain. Some people can go into marketing. We have some of these youth. I even suggested to the NYC director then, the DG, that why can't you See, the NYC we have today have really outlived its time. We have all these youths. If you want to see the youth in this country, they are the people coming out that you are sending to all these places to go and serve. Why can't you put them into estate or farming? Everywhere you go for all these NYC camps, they have a large expanse of land.
I think on the NYC issue, I think that's really debatable, because some would say the NYC, the members have been overused and overstretched, because there's hardly any sector you don't find the demand for the core members. Is it in conducting election? Is it in the rural areas? Now you want them to also go into farming. So we have a whole lot of issue on the plate of the NYC. But if you look at what you just highlighted, it would seem as if the government is coming up with one policy to strengthen the local rice production, and also put in another policy side by side to also kill that whole attempt. How does it go now with this new move with the present administration? Now you say then people were getting waivers. Are they still getting the waivers as we speak at the moment?
As I'm still speaking here, there's still waiver going on.
So there's a continuation of that
Exactly.
anomaly, seeming anomaly
Exactly.
with the last administration.
I can buttress what I'm saying. You can go to
Go
the
ahead.
market today. You will not see some of these local rice we are talking about in the market. If you find them, they are extremely expensive. 80% of the rice we are still eating today, forget about what is going on in Kebbi. All those one are political statements. I'm very sorry to say. I'm not saying we are not growing rice. But what happened to it? Some of them are in the warehouses in Kebbi. Ebonyi used to be a very good center for rice, then like Abakaliki rice. But go to the market today, hardly you will find this local content. I give an example with the past administration, even during the past, the former Minister of Agriculture, during the campaign, I witnessed it where they import some of this rice they are giving to some of these electrodes. I say, you know how they always do it? They put GAG, which is the good luck, Ebele Jonathan. I was expecting our local rice to be showcased. Why going to
They were
import?
foreign rice, and they had to rebag them here.
Rebag them. I saw it. And you can ask people that took this rice. So why can't you showcase what we have in Ebonyi State, Adamawa State, and to be able to tell the people that we are working for you? You can imagine how many farmers who have been really empowered, how many youths have been really empowered if these rice are local rice.
Why do you say the one in Kebbi are in warehouse? Are they not supposed to store rice anymore?
No, what I mean is that the imported rice have really taken over from the local one, because people keep on complaining that the valuation we are giving to local rice is not really encouraging, that maybe there's stones on it or it's not properly packaged. But I was expecting the government to really listen. This is the problem we are having. We could improve on it. Rome was not built in a day. Even this rice they are importing to this country, they are not nutritious.
You are also a rice farmer.
Yeah.
Tell us, and that's the honest truth, can the rice farmers in Nigeria take care of our demand, our local demand?
We could. If the enabling, yes, we could, if the enabling environment is there. We keep on mixing something here that there's no way Nigeria product could be able to compete with all these imported goods we are talking about. Look at the cost of production in this country is extremely high. This is where I'm expecting the government to really invest on the infrastructures. Because if you look at where some of this rice is going, some of them have been even in their warehouse for the past 10 years. Forget about the nutrition value that is already lost before coming to Nigeria. But look at the cost of production over there and the cost of funding over there before you come here. So we are really, really, really suffering in this country when it comes in terms of the what we are expecting from the government. If you look at it today, everybody is providing all kinds of amenities for himself, being security, water, light, everything. So all this one will equally affect the price of the products.